Ron here is as fanatical about Mercedes-Benz as I am. He has come all the way from England to purchase my 1953 220, and he's going to have it shipped across the ocean back to England to finish restoring it. Now, in talking to Ron, I found out he's owned a lot of Mercedes over the years, particularly a lot of Mercedes that were built during the 60s. Number of Finbacks, lots of 108s. So I asked him this question, and I want you to hear his reply. Hey, Ron, in all those old Mercedes that you've driven, what was your biggest complaint? Like on the 108 or the 111, so on.
Yeah, any of them, any sort of 60s models and some of the late 50s, it's the gearing. Gearing on the rear ends, very, very low. And the Germans like it that way. They like the high revs, they like the performance. But driving it just around town, you're sort of hitting 4,000 RPM as easy as you like.
Yeah, and you're probably like me. It's the noise.
It's busy. It's busy in the background all the time.
All the time.
You can get a car that's with not the performance, but the gearing is much better, much lower down, and you just want to get rid of that engine buzz. The engine's not working hard, but it's buzzing, and you're just.
That reminds me of an interesting story. This happened about 18 years ago. I had a 250 SE sedan, and it was a very nice car, and I sold it to this guy. And about a half hour later, I got a telephone call from him. He said, "Hey, Kent, this car is not going into fourth gear. There's something wrong with the transmission." And I remember laughing. I said, "Oh, I didn't get him out on the freeway."
It's in there already,
And I've been in these old 108s and 111s where you just want to like shift it one more time, right?
Yeah, and you naturally go for another gear.
You go for another gear.
Even some of the autos, you just think, am I in drive or am I in top gear? And,
yeah, that's right.
But that's common.
Okay, that's real common. Well, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to let you drive this 108 right here.
Excellent.
And I think you'll find it's going to be a treat. I'm going to get him in the driver's seat, and I'll get in the passenger seat, and we're going to go out on the road and just watch the smile on his face after he puts this baby in fourth gear. So, Ron, right away you know it's a 4-speed. You still remember how to shift the manual?
Oh, I think so, yes.
Okay, well, let's fire it up and take this baby out on the road.
Okay. You can actually tell already the rear end ratio, so less busy even at this speed.
All right, so yeah, away. I think a lot of people would not be able to tell the difference at low speed, but
no, definitely,
it's obvious. Once you drive one of these 108s, I don't think you ever forget the feel of them. There's something really unique about them.
It's one of my favourites, without a doubt.
What do you think already? You're not even at 40.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. That's so much different to the standard setup.
So right now you're about 45, and you can hear the engine isn't even racing it up. Yeah.
If I had the standard rear end in, it'd be really sort of buzzing away now. You're thinking, do I need another gear?
Yeah. So this rear end came out of a 280 SE 4.5.
5.5. Yeah.
And I feel it's one of the greatest modifications you can make on these cars.
Yeah, it seems like a perfect mix. It's fuel as well, so.
Okay, so on the way back, let's go ahead and rev her up and see how it performs through the gears at speed. Okay, let's see that smile on your face.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. It just takes me back to my old cars. If they were like this, yeah, it's great. It feels right now. It's not buzzing. You're not pushing the engine. It's not burning the fuel, and the revs are down. So it's a win-win.
So Ron, we're back. What do you think?
Excellent. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever driven a comfortable 108, 109 chassis series. Brilliant. The revs are down.
It drives great, and I wish I'd done it to my vehicles many years ago when I had them. But yeah, it certainly changes the whole feel of the car. It feels much more modern in its ability to cruise along at a nice speed. Yeah.
Well, you know, this car's for sale.
Is it?
Yeah. Do you think you'd like to take this one to England too?
Well, I'm not sure. If I didn't buy the 220, which I'm ecstatically happy with, yeah, I could go for this as well. But I think one's enough for now. But yeah,
Understood.
We'll see.
Understood. So. Be sure to check out our other video, and we're going to document Ron's purchase of the 220, and we'll take the camera along on the trip as he gets it across the ocean back to his hometown in England.